June 1st, oops, wait a minute, June 2nd, 2013. Well, starting out June, so this is like the sixth, heading into the sixth month, but see how thick these cards are. I've done this before. You can see June, May, April, February, March, February, back into January. So 155 is where we're at so far. At the end of this, I'm going to play a club, Days of Our Lives. The Days of Our Lives. Daytime, let's see, saying that it's the longest running scripted show that's aired every day, except the weekends, in the world. So it's it's still in the air. I'm trying to remember. God, who was it? Was it my grandmother? Someone used to watch shows all the time. I'm going to have to say it was my mother's mother. I remember watching her watching one of these shows early on when I was young. But like the hours flow. Let's see, how does it go? The hours flow like the hours that flow through, or like time that flows through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives, and these are the days of our lives. It's interesting. See, I was talking about today somebody's birthday, which was Martha Washington. So president's wife. Now she married a rich man, and then he, of course, passed away. So she inherited became a wealthy landowner at that time, and then she married George there. Kind of followed his career. So at that time, they said she wasn't known as the first lady, because that didn't come until like later presidencies. They referred to the wife as first lady, but she was known as Lady Washington. So interesting fact. Other than that, it's just had the day off today. Still a lot of OT coming in next week, so working another 6 days straight at work. So that's good. Catching up on some bills, putting some money away for vacation, and stuff like that. So what did we buy today? Went to the Home Depot. I think we bought just extra stuff outside. One of the garden hoses. This house has someone had put in a spigot, because this is a big double lot. So there's a long ways where we got our flower hill, which used to be our pumpkin watermelon hill. We didn't do anything with it last year, and this year I've cleared it off and just planted a bunch of wild flower seeds. So we'll have to see if those come up. Some of those were planted. There's a one row next to the garage that comes back every year. The yellow flowers. And then we planted some along the front of the house. I'll have to see which ones. I don't think they're actually the bachelor buttons, but there's another one, annuals, that you can see it popped up already, and not flowered yet, but you can see they're starting to get some type of head on them. And then again, let's see, what was it? the trees we planted, the blue spruce, seemed to, because it rained pretty much all last week, so they've got watered pretty well. But anyway, I was saying about the water hose. There's two spigots. Someone had buried a line out into the yard, so half the distance between here and where the flower, let's say flower garden, actually the flower hill, where the flower hill is a spigot, and then we try to get it up and going sometime at night, but the hose was pretty ripped and deteriorated, which I kind of figured that. I hadn't really looked that close at them to see what they needed for repair. But I've been here for 4 years and never used them, so we're gonna see if we can get them up and going, because it's just half the distance. I remember carrying having to water the pumpkins and watermelon. Get home from work and fill up the juggie and have to carry it out to the flower hill, and it's quite a doing. So if we can get that spigot working halfway there, and then we buy the extra garden hose, tuck up to it, so it should be easily accessible to trim the yard, to keep the yard green. Needs some grass seed, definitely. Yard needs some attention, but haven't had an awful lot of days to pay much attention. Luckily, Tross and Gordon have been mowing the lawn the last couple of weeks, so I haven't had to really push the mower around too much, which is a good thing. But other than that, I'm doing it. 155 days, and haven't talked recently about a lot of stuff in the past. I'm gonna have to start jotting down. I think I got a little book I'm gonna start carrying with me. And when I think of things during the day, I'm gonna jot them down, because usually by the time I get here at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted and tired that I'm just grabbing at things. So not really having a lot to talk about, except just gibbly-gock, typical random things that happen during the day. But June is my birthday month, and what was interesting is I thought that was very interesting is that Gordon's mother was born on June 26th, and for many years I thought my birthday was June 26th. It was the 6th, 26, 62. It was just easy to remember, and I just liked the numbering. On 6 turned around is 62. If you turn it backwards, and then 6 months. So I thought 6 was pretty lucky number. And then once I found my birth certificate that said 27th, and my mom was, yeah, it's 27th. So now it's 27th, which is all right too, because it's considered. If you watch the calendar, if there's any gay pride festivals, and they all center around June 27th. So that's kind of a kicker too, because I was born on June 27th, which is Gay Pride Day around the country. And maybe this year, I've never been to a Gay Pride Festival. Never, in 50 years. Haven't seen any need or want or desire, but well, I guess want and desire and need, and thought about it many times, but just never. It's just not something that Gordon and I just don't really participate that much into gay pride stuff. We never put ourselves out. We kind of just went off in our direction and did our own thing, and just lived life to our standards and like that. It was interesting that when we lived in Washington, I was in that little kind of gay community and learned a lot. These were a little community that there'd been couples had been together, well, like us now, had been together for 30 plus years at that time, and that was back in the mid 80s, so around 85, 86, 87. So it really taught us a lot to, because that was in the first 5 years of being together, and they said if you make it through that, like that fifth year is the turning point. If you can survive that 5th year, which we did move back here in 87, so that would have been 5 years, and started all over again. There was really, the first 5 years is always the struggle, is finding, learning each other and seeing if you could tolerate each other for a lifetime. Because it is, marriage is like a death do you part. It's vows that people take seriously. So to be able to extend that to gay marriage is a big part of a lot of people's lives are gonna change. And there's another country that allowed it here recently too. Besides, the U.S. is slowly state by state turning that leaf and making it possible. So come a long ways, long ways. We've come a long ways in liberties and rights and acceptance of other people's. So it's a good thing. But I think June I'm gonna start talking about. I know it's my birth month, and I'll try to touch back on different years, where I was at and what I was doing. I know there's some that stick out more than others, but I'll see if I can take a trip back to memory lane and figure where I was at, what I was doing. Like I said, I'd like to start populating my timeline there on Facebook and start getting more dates put in there of different things. I think I haven't had really much time to spend with it. I know I always said that there's going to be plenty of time in the year, but here it is, sixth month, so half the year is coming by. But I'd really like to start putting dates in there and populating where I was at and what I was doing. I think it's something that I really want to expand on. But first things first, and that's just to like today I was in the bank and transferring money from account to account, checking up on that stuff, and I usually pick up my daughters my dollars. So my dollar pop one of those in every time I do a video log, and the gal knew me and says, "Do you want some? Are you ready for some dollars?" Because she had to go back. They could evidently go back behind a certain door because they just don't have them out front. And I said, "Yeah, give me some more, because sometimes I run short, and then I got to put a little promissory note on top. I owe you $1. But she gave me quite a few. I think there was 34. I gave 2 20s, and she gave me $6, actually 6 paper dollar back. And the rest were, and they're not silver dollars, but they're gold dollars. God, I used to have silver dollars. I thought they were bigger. I know I got like a half a dollar, one of those Kennedy dollars, or Kennedy half dollar, because that's 50 cents. Yeah, because we don't have really like 50-cent coin, but we do. It's just you just don't see it in circulation. I think one of the remarkable things was I got one up there, but it's just like that. But it's a $2 coin, Canadian $2 coin. And I always thought that was when I was up there. That was so because there's so many things. It's $1 and some change, and if you have just one coin, then you need more change back. But you always have more change. I got a couple of jars sitting over here. It's changing them. And going off somewhere in a different direction. But we're going to leave you with if you really like soap operas, the days of our lives. June? Wait a second. Nope. On June 1st, it's June 2nd, 2013. Days of our lives.